Hello again, welcome back. This is episode 2 of the Instrument Panel app. And in this one, we're going to take a look at one of the things you can do with the central box instrument panel. It's actually available to be built into any panel you want. I'm just using this one as an example. And that is that box at the bottom where we're able to read values into text, where it shows the battery capacities used. And I'll be showing you how you set up this S1.0 and S2.0. I've chosen one of the panels that might come down with the app for you, which is Central Box Dial Harry. There are some others. There's various central box panels, and some of them have quite a bit more of these text panels in them. But I've chosen this one as it's the simplest one, so you'll get the idea of what you need to do. As you can see, also there are only two dials, one for voltage, one for current, because they will have two needles in each one. And as you can see, there's also a little voltage and amps readout at the bottom of each dial, which is color coded, and that will correspond to the color of their needle as well. But anyway, the main point here is to show you how to set up these text boxes. So let's go and have a look at the app. Instrument panel. Just incidentally, there it is, it's CB Harry dial, and the color is silver. Inputs, BAT1V is going to be that. BAT2V will be that one. The current will be that one. BAT2 amps is that one. Say OK. Panel name. There's nothing to be done there. That's simply that plain piece of text at the top that says it's central box data. So you can see now it's come alive with the needles, and the red needle in each case is shortened a little bit so that if the two needles are overlapping, you can see the green needle below it. If I load up the current a little bit from the servo, and you can see things moving. Okay, so how do we set up this S1 and S2? Well, what they're telling us is that those are Lua inputs from a sensor. And sensor 1 and sensor 2, it will call it. It doesn't correspond to anything, any particular sensor. It's just whatever we define. The parameter goes into S1 and into S2. The 0.0 tells you that it will have no decimal places. So if you see S1.0, it's going to be whatever you've put in sensor 1, and then it will have 0 decimal places, which is what we want for capacity. We don't need it to show decimal places. If it said S1.1, it would show the value to 1 decimal place. If it said S1.2, it would show it to 2 decimal places. If there was no point in there and we put an S1 on its own, it will default to 2 decimal places. Now, since capacity only comes in whole figures, there's no point in taking up the display showing 2 decimal places. So it's better to define it as having 0 decimal places, hence the S1.0. Let's have a look at it. So what we need to do is define those Lua variables. No Lua variables defined, press the plus key. There's S1. It's asking us what sensor it will be. So we can come along here and choose capacity 1. We need another one for S2. There we are. There's the S2 that's defined. Capacity 2. Say OK. And there we are. Actual values in those boxes. You know, I'll load it up a little bit more. It seems to be battery 1, as you can see from the amperage. It's using that more than battery 2. And you can see the capacity used going up there as it counts it. And that's it. It's as simple as that. So when you see these boxes with S1, S2, S3, S4, whatever, that's all it's asking is you go into those Lua variables, create a variable of the correct number and choose whatever telemetry parameter you want to go in there. And that's it, folks. Nice and simple.